What is up, guys? Diffusion Gaming here, and today we are going to go over the PTR patch 5.3 patch notes. Now, just remember, before I say any of this, it's not final, and it's possible that it could be an early April Fool's joke. However, I'm going to go under the assumption that it's not April Fool's just for now until it says it's April Fool's. So, yeah, we're going to just go over the kind of interesting things, more along the lines of PvP. Okay, so there's a new battleground called Deepwind Gorge, and basically it's going to be kind of like Silver Shard Mines. At least that's what I've kind of heard. It's basically just going to be two factions. They're going to control three, or I don't know how many carts, that are just going to get to their depots, their destinations, and you earn points for that. So that's just relatable to Silver Shard Mines. So there's a new arena too. That's going to be called Shadowpan. We can kind of assume this is probably going to be just a Pandaria setting kind of arena. It says it's based in Kunlai Mountaintops, so it might be outside, like exposed, like in the top of a mountain. That would be really, really interesting. You know, it's really exciting to see new content for PvP, because all us PvPers see every season is just new gear, and class changes. That's it. Like, we only see new actual content like every expansion pack, and raiders get to see it like every other patch. So yeah, this is really exciting. There are no real class changes yet. It's pretty much just mana cost changes on buffs. However, there is one druid one that I see. There's Symbiosis. The Intimidating Roar has its cooldown reduced to 90 seconds, up from 60 seconds. And then there's a monk one about Spearhand Strikes. Now locks a spell for 4 seconds, down from 5. That's pretty much the only class changes there really is. Everything else is just kind of mana reduction and stuff like that. Now for the really interesting PvP stuff. So right now in the game, everybody has a base resilience of, I think, 40%. It could be 30% though. I'm going to go with 40 though. And then you get your PvP gear, and when you're fully geared, you'll have around 65 to 67%, depending on whether you're stacking resilience in gems or not. What they're doing now in 5.3 is all characters will have a base resilience of 65%, and resilience will be removed from most PvP gear. However, PvP power will remain on PvP gear, so PvE gear will probably still not be amazing. And I know a lot of people right now are thinking, well, what about people in full heroic gear? Like, their strength versus PvP power is gonna be better because it's like 30 eye levels or something. Well, to answer that, next patch, when you go into an arena, battleground, or rated battleground, your eye level will be scaled down to 496. And they're changing the Tyrannical gear up to 496 and changing the Tyrannical Elite gear down to 496 as well, which I don't really mind, because either way, if it scales down, you're going to go in as, it's going to be 496. So the way I look at this is it's going to be balanced. That's all I can say. First of all, lobies aren't going to get totally wrecked. Yeah, they're going to have lower health, so you can still, crush them to an extent, but you're not going to get one-shotted in PG, because you're going to have a good amount of resilience, which is actually pretty exciting for me. And the scaling down of PvP gear is something that really needs to happen, and I'm really excited for that. Now, like I said before, they're changing the Tyrannical gear to 496, up from 493, and the reason I think they did that change was because currently Malevolent gear that has been upgraded in the past season is 491. That's only 2 item levels difference, so you could, theoretically compete with anybody in full Season 13 Tyrannical gear at, without much of a disadvantage, and that's really a problem, because that's a season behind. So it's exciting to see the change up, and that's pretty much all the changes for PvP. Now, along the lines of April Fools, the only thing that really sticks out to me that says it could possibly be an early April Fool's joke is the fact that it says they've pretty much changed boss mechanics of just 2 random BC raids. This does not make any sense. They're not even changes on loot or anything that might be substantial at all. It's things like, for example, on a boss in, I think, Tempest Keep, they basically changed the radius of one of his AoE attacks to 15 yards down from 20. It's like little things like that that can already be soloed by 90s, so it just doesn't make sense. Again, Blizzard says stuff. Things change. These aren't final, of course. Literally, 5.2 came out 2 weeks ago. So, this probably won't come out in another month or two. So that was pretty much all this video is about, just these 5.3 PvP changes. So as always, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.